Hello, dear friends. Thank you very much for turning into this next video of mine. This is going to be my first official video I'm making for my channel, and it's going to be a topic that I'm very passionate about, and that is essentially my weight loss story. How did I go from being 264 pounds down to essentially 190 something pounds as of the making of this video? And it's a question that a lot of people ask me, whether or not I work with you or, people on Facebook or whatever. People ask me, hey, how did you lose so much weight in a relatively short amount of time? So here it is. I guess there needs to be a background first of all. First of all, before September of 2022, I was out of control. Eating everything in sight, eating a lot of snack food, not getting proper sleep. I'd go to work, I'd come home, I'd make fries, or I'd have burgers, or I'd make pizza and things like that, and it would just be really, really high carb, really high fat, really not good stuff. Now, I would make healthy stuff, but it was rare and in between sort of a thing. It was, I liked that, that tasty stuff, first and foremost. And I was like drinking soda and sugar and just non-stop. I looked horrible. Losing hair, it was just not good. And on top of that, I had not seen a doctor in like 10 plus years. Think about that, 10 plus years of not going to the doctor. And I was just at a point where I had horrible body acne, I had skin tags, I was miserable, grouchy, I was constantly sweating at work, I was slow, my knees hurt, I felt crummy. I no doubt believe I was, now I knew I had problems with my blood pressure, but I had no idea how bad my problems actually were. So at the encouragement of family, I decided, you know what, this is silly. The worst thing the doctor tells me is you need to lose weight, I'm thinking. So I was like, to not go to the doctor because you don't want to hear a lecture is stupid. So I decided, all right, I'll go to the doctor. And I'm going to take a sip of my beverage here. This is water and lemon if you're curious. Anyway, so the doctor. So I get there, and she's looking at me, doing my blood pressure, and my blood pressure was so high. I'm talking over 200, over 100 something. And I am amazed I didn't have a heart attack. I am absolutely amazed I didn't have a stroke or any heart attack or any problems up to this point. I really am surprised. And so she immediately put me on blood pressure medication to try to get a hold of this. And instead of her giving me a lecture like I thought I was going to get, no, she was very, very understanding, very, very nice about it. She laid down the facts for me, like, hey, you got to get a handle of your health, but we're going to work together to help you do that. So she gave me a printout of a Mediterranean diet she'd like me to start doing, and I, for the most part, do stick to a Mediterranean style diet, although it is very low carb. In the Mediterranean diet, they have you eat a lot of like whole grain and starches, like potatoes, that kind of stuff. I stay away from that. And so I go to the Quest Diagnostic Center to get the blood work done, and that was not good either. My fasting blood glucose as of the day of that test was 266. Think about that. 266, 266. Granted, that's not as high as some people have it, but when I saw all my numbers, my cholesterol, everything, my heart just sank. And I knew I had to make a change. I knew I had to change something, or I was on my way to an early grave. So, I immediately made a change in my diet. I started eating more salad. I started avoiding the carbs. And I was really, really depressed, because I was being, given metformin, and I knew the progression. Metformin, then you go to another medication, and then if that's not working, they send you to another, and then eventually you get put on insulin. I didn't want that. I didn't want that at all. And I was really depressed. I was upset. I remember one day when I was even at work, I was really depressed, and actually a manager actually had to approach me and say, "Hey, are you okay?" And it actually got to a point where I was thinking about calling the 1-800 number for the employee line, like if you were, needing like advice or counselor or like just somebody to listen. I was thinking about using that. And again, if you are struggling with anything and you need to talk to somebody, absolutely do it. It is something, that's really important, because we all need human connection. We all need we need that. We're social creatures. And just have one other person giving you an ear where you can just say what you need to say is so helpful and important, and I highly encourage it. So back to my journey. And I remember I started Googling YouTube videos. Hey, is diabetes reversible? Hey, how can I get healthy? And I started finding videos about the keto diet, and I started finding videos on weight loss and just all this great information. And I tell you, and a channel I absolutely love is called Beat Diabetes. The gentleman is named Dennis Polak, and his videos are just awesome and inspiring, and highly recommend you subscribe to his channel. But anyway, so I started going to the gym almost every day, working out a half an hour on the elliptical machine and all that. And I started looking up different like keto recipes, because I'm doing very low carb. Essentially, I am doing keto without officially calling it keto. And what's really great about it is just I started to have, like, all the problems I had were disappearing. I remember maybe like 2 years ago, 2020-ish. I can't remember if it was still during the pandemic or what. It may have been at the beginning of the pandemic. But I remember I had a really, really sore kidney area. Like, I was in horrible pain. And I didn't know what to do. I was like, let me give it a day and I'll go to the doctor if it doesn't loosen up. Which I should have gone back then, but I didn't. And so then what happened was that all disappeared. And then my acne started disappearing. My hair is growing back. I used to have a bald spot forming like right here. And it's filling in again. It's looking great. And just wonderful. And so I still have a long way to go, but at the end of the day, I got my numbers down to non-diabetic levels. And it's just amazing, just because just knowing I don't have that risk of complication at this point is just, it's a relief. It takes something off of your plate. And so, yeah, So if you would like to continue to support me, please subscribe for more content. And what I will also say before I wrap up this video is it's possible. It is totally 100% possible to reverse diabetes, or at least get your numbers to a point where you won't need to be on as much insulin if you're on insulin. And it's encouraging. It's a very encouraging community. So please, if you like my videos, subscribe, hit the like button for me, hit the notification bell if you're subscribing to me, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.